We have a couple of your messages through our WhatsApp platform. Mama V will read some for you.
Yeah, I will. And there's a gentleman we've not heard from in a while, Abdul Razak. So Abdullah Abdul Razak in Tamale. Good morning to you. But he sends a message today. He says, indeed, the attitude of the government of the day towards the payment of our remaining arrears is not encouraging. And we, the teachers, deserve better and must be treated as such. Hashtag arise for change. Hashtag no more 4 years for JM. Hey, Abdullah, is that what you're doing? I thought you were crying for your arrears, but now you're kind of like campaigning. All right, more messages on 0560-800,000. This one says, Mama V and Roland, please tell the government to pay teachers' salary arrears fast, else we will leave the classroom and hit the streets. Edem from Kata. And this one says, Mama V, keep your natural haircut as Roland. Okay, so you should go down further as Roland, I hear.
By you.
This one says, good morning, Mama V. It's better for President Mahama to resign than a contest in this year's elections. The kind of treatment he's now receiving these days is too embarrassing. Okay, Tahiru from Bembela sends that message. This one says, hello, Roland, Mama V. You guys are looking sharp this morning. I think Ghanaians should groom someone to stop Ken Japan. Original Ben from Pando City.
So should groom someone.
Groom someone. Like groom someone.
To be like him.
Like, I don't know.
Maybe I'll be like him. I just start overnight.
Okay, let's see. Let me read one more message. This one says, my outfit is great. Well, thank you. It's very bad to see our own leaders putting up such allegation as Kennedy Japan's. Honestly, it's time our politicians mind the comments they put up. From Prince Nurokina at Seshi Bekwai. I've got my own opinions. I mean, I think I have an issue with people who say evidence. Evidence doesn't even come into the picture. Evidence doesn't appear in this picture.
It's about civility and what you need to say.
Is that an appropriate thing to say? Yeah. I'm actually surprised at the people who are now talking about evidence. I mean, what somebody decides to do privately is nobody's business. What I do in my bedroom doesn't. Roland can't ask me about it or say anything about it in public.
Yes, I can't.
You can't ask. Oh, I don't. If I hear you say anything like that, like I'll deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, let's do the newspapers.
No wonder I don't.
We've got the newspapers. Roland will start with the Daily Graphic newspaper.
I start with the Daily Graphic. It has on the front page, never. Ghana will not quit IMF program. President Mahama. EC presents list of NHIS voters to Supreme Court. Democracy not worth pursuing. At least violence. That's Asante Hene. Who's saying there'll be violence? There'll be violence. Israel, there'll be violence. We also have Liberty hold hearts, Midiama draw at Sekendi, and Kotoko win in Kumasi.
Yeah.
On the table, we have with 31 point Wild Stars, 30-30, Kotoko Hearts, and Hearts is in third. Kotoko is above. I think Kotoko will win the league.
Kotoko is above Hearts now?
Yeah.
Oh, so Hearts is in the second?
Yes, no, third.
Third, but you said Hearts.
Kotoko Hearts.
Kotoko is second, or Kotoko is third, Hearts is fourth?
Kotoko is second, Hearts is third.
Oh, Charlie, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
The Ghanaian Times newspaper front page, special pullout, focus on Republic Day 1960. The paper is advertising. Nana Oyelitha, former director, clash at PAC. That's the Public Accounts Committee sitting on Wednesday. President Mahama inaugurates 2 community SHS in Ashanti. EC files NHIS voters list. Government to pay ECG some 200 million Ghana cedis debts. Roland, you know that ECG is also going around disconnecting facilities, except for the essential ones who owe them. Back page, MO Bajaya holds Mediama Hearts Liberty share spoils. Roland, I mean, you're into sports too. Hearts Liberty share, is it points or spoils?
Spoils.
Like, I don't get.
Spoils.
Spoils. Okay, what does it mean? Is it the same as points?
No. Like, it's as if you have, the expression is used for you having something to share.
Okay.
And then instead of one taking a larger chunk, you all
share
take
it
it equally.
All right, so there's also the Kotoko story in the paper. Let's get into it and read this issue on Nanoye Letha clashing with a certain director at the Public Accounts Committee hearing yesterday. On page 4 in the Ghanaian Times newspaper, and it says that drama unfolded at the Public Accounts Committee sitting yesterday when a former director of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection mysteriously popped up from nowhere to defend a corruption allegation leveled against her. The former director of the Department of Children at the ministry, Mariama Yaya, who was not formally invited by the committee but claimed to have heard her name on the program, which was being aired live on GTV, made a surprise appearance at the committee's sitting. The Auditor General, in its 2013 audit report on the account of the Gender Ministry, accused the ministry of failing to provide payment voucher documentation to cover an amount of 14,000 Ghana cedis released to the Department of Children of the ministry. And I'll leave the juicy details for you to read when you grab the paper from the newsstands later this morning. Finally, let me go to page 12. On this ECG issue, we're told that government has promised to pay some 200 million debts, but the details here. Okay, so it says, don't disappoint me. Okay, let's see. Where's page 12? Huh? Ghanaian Times. Okay, page 12 is here. It says that government is to release 200 million Ghana cedis immediately to the Electricity Company of Ghana following massive disconnection of public institutions and agencies which owe the company. Is that what is making you laugh?
No.
Okay, something that you
I can't say.
Okay, so
what's making me laugh? I can't say.
The Ghanaian Times. Okay, then don't laugh out loud. The special pullouts that it's advertising on the front page. That's it. 1960 focus on Republic Day. So this is something that you can buy and for keeps or something. I know. Okay, it's in the Ghanaian Times. I went to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum yesterday at the invitation of Roland, the invitation of the Foreign Affairs Minister of Equatorial Guinea. And I think it's a shame that I'm even saying this on air. I haven't been there before, honestly.
Equatorial Guinea?
No, not Equatorial Guinea. The Mausoleum, the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. I only went there because the Foreign Minister of Equatorial Guinea had extended an invitation to myself, my crew, after the interview, that we could come along with him.
You haven't been to the Nkrumah Mausoleum here now?
No.
Have you been to...
Don't ask. Go ahead.
Taviepe Monkey Sanctuary?
No, I haven't.
Have you been to Boabin Fiema?
Yes. No, okay,
yes,
well.
you have been. I went there with you. We were doing...
Yes, I have. I was a bit confused.
Mama, you have a problem.
It's bigger
You don't visit tourist sites in Ghana?
No, I do.
This should be front page news. Talking about front page, we have a daily guide, Mahama convoy, pelted with stones. And you have a picture there of Mahama. President John Dramani Mahama. And then we have Oyeletha attacked at PAC meeting. That's a Public Accounts Committee. And then we have the EC faces Supreme Court judges today. It will be interesting. We'll all be staying glued. Our reporter Raymond is always at the court. I'll be telling us more. Today I want to be in the news meeting and see what he'll say.
The drama started.
As a prelude to his report, series of reports for the day.
Abu Ramadan and Co say that they don't have they thought that they would be given copies of what was filed yesterday.
But I thought the copies were supposed to be going to the court.
Yes,
okay.
But I thought, okay, well, I think that when you serve, you give it to the interested parties as well.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know.
Let's do the New Crusading Guide newspaper. Mahama's presidency, a tale of corruption, broken economy, and doomsday, according to Ekufuado. NDC ejected from office building. Tension heightens in La over East Dadekotopon lands, and names emerge on EDDT land looters. 2016 polls, I'm not reckless to plunge Ghana into chaos. That's John Dramani Mahama, our president, saying that. These are the front page headlines when you grab the New Crusading Guide newspaper today. Roland.
Front page of the Daily Statesman, the story: opposition parties unite against killer electricity tariffs, demand 50% reduction. Akufo-Addo, corruption, broken economy, Doomso, Mahama's legacy. Change is coming. And then we also have reading the Abu Ramadan trilogy alongside. You told me to read this. I couldn't read this.
Yes.
I looked for it yesterday, but I'll read it today.
It's on myjoyonline.com.
I think I was looking for it through my phone, and maybe that's why. Maybe it's not on the web version, I guess, or it's difficult to find.
No, it's not. Not at all.
It's difficult to find.
Unless there are other stories that have come.
Maybe.
But we'll look at it today. We'll see where it is.
I'll just take this and read. I think I'll be fine. Kufuor challenges African leaders to harness potentials to end poverty. Imposing killer taxes is lazy way to generate revenue. A story attributed to Ivor Kobna Greenstreet in his evening encounter. And then back page. Oh, sorry.
No back page.
Yeah, sorry.
Unless you've been paid to advertise. Let's do the business finder. That will be the last newspaper. We'll read some messages and then we'll get onto the web pages. Government blows 260 million Ghana cedis oil money on teachers' notebooks, class registers, BC subsidies, others. Okay. Accra rated 11th most expensive city in Africa. That's not surprising. It says that Accra is the 11th most expensive city in Africa and 47th in the world, according to Mercer's latest 2016 cost of living survey. In 2015, Accra was the 62nd most expensive city in the world. Now we're 47th, like we're coming forward. But there's this one.
You mean in the world?
In the world, yes. The 47th most expensive place to live, most expensive city in the world. Yeah. Okay, but we are 11th in Africa.
No, but I want to know, by what measure are they saying that Ghana is expensive?
Okay, so let me continue to read. Let's see. I have to find time to give you what you're asking. It's very detailed. Okay, but
are you done with the newspapers?
Let me just do this final story. It says that energy experts have questioned government's management of Ghana's petroleum revenues, especially allocations made to capacity building in the sector. This follows revelations by the Public Interest and Accountability Committee in its 2015 report that oil monies were diverted into various social interventions in the name of capacity building. Listen to this. According to PIAC, cumulatively, only 3.25% of the 274.94 million Ghana cedis allocated from the annual budget funding amount to capacity building from 2011 to 2015 was used to directly build capacity in the oil and gas sector. This means that 266 million Ghana cedis has since 2011 been spent supposedly on building capacity in sectors other than the oil and gas sector. The report revealed, for instance, that for 2015 alone, an amount of almost 600 million Ghana cedis from the total of 142.07 million Ghana cedis allocated to the capacity building was used for printing and transportation of teachers' notebooks and class attendance registers to district depots in 7 regions of the country. This is one story that you have to find time to read.
That what the money was used for was not useful?
What I don't know yet is if we strictly have to use the money because of where it's coming from.
It's been budgeted
for in the sector. Because the story essentially is saying that we used a chunk of it on other areas. So we say building capacity.
Other than the objective for which they
exactly. Yeah. So there are a lot more breakdowns in the story. It will be interesting to read the details. It's in the Business Finder newspaper. Roland, before you do this one, let's see. This one says, in a business setting, and these are messages on WhatsApp. In the business setting, the one who advertises his products very well gets a good market for his products, obviously. Ken Japan should continue, and I hope it will win them the elections. Mohammed from END. This is like a coded message you are sending to us. And this one says, okay, so where are you? All right, you're here. This one is from Ato Kwamina in Takrady. He says, it's a shame to see how Ghana's political arena has been turned into a place of trivialities. Men and women we vote for and give all the luxuries. and they even steal from us, are now doing this kind of things that even the ordinary person knows better not to do. Okay, so it continues. It's pretty long, but I'll leave it here. Atakwamina in Takrady. Thanks a lot for your message. Roland will take us to myjoyonline.com.
All right. We go to Major Online. We have Duncan Williams, others to lead Ghana in prayer. Founder and General Overseer of the Action Chapel International, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. Charlie, who is the founder and General Overseer of the Catholic Church? I want to know. Sometimes.
You can
I used to be a Catholic, so.
Bishop Palmer Buckle, you can ask him.
Who on Friday, July 1, joined other clergymen to lead the nation in prayer for a peaceful. Who is the founder and General Overseer of the Presbyterian Church?
Please ask
Obama
Reverend Dr. Kwamina.
Obama wants on global growth after UK vote. US President Barack Obama has said the UK vote to leave the EU raises longer-term concerns about global growth. Hey, Charlie, UK alone, they are powerful. Oh. They leave one group in, then we're all scrambling. Elizabeth Ohene writes, I drive American cars with pride. It's an opinion. It's an opinion.
You know, she writes really, really well.
Yeah, true.
You know, but in Ghana, we don't talk about our own very good writers. She writes good pieces for the BBC. Well. And I follow her a lot. I write well, too. You write well, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Green Street failed anti-corruption test on Mahama Ford gift. Vitas Azim and says a former executive director of the Ghana Integrity Initiative. Has expressed his dissatisfaction with the response given by the flag bearer of the Convention People's Party, Ivor Kobna Green Street, on questions related to the Ford gifts scandal.
I thought so too. I mean, it was like
NDC cautions members to desist from condemning Supreme Court over its rulings. And Efutu demonstrators condemn plans to privatize ECG. Efutu. EC storms Supreme Court with tons of NHIS documents. And Kenneth Japong comments against EC chair abusive and distasteful. That's the Ghana Bar Association. It has added its voice to condemn Asin North MP Kennedy Japong for saying the EC chair got a job by sleeping with power brokers.
Because she's a member of she's a lawyer.
I don't think that was the only reason why. The Ghana Bar Association has been very instrumental in our political landscape, even during the time of the revolution, or during the revolutionary days. We had people like Sam Okudzeto, who's a renowned lawyer, and then others who fought for the rights of our freedoms and free press and justice and the good of our political history and governance. And I don't think that it's not only because she was a lawyer.
She's a member.
Yeah. Egypt Air on the Africa page of the BBC, black box confirms smoke.
They said it was a smoke before the, because we know that the plane crashed and how many people on board, over 60 people on board, everybody died in the process. More stories when you go to the sites.
Wow.
All right. Okay, so there's a message on WhatsApp, very much reflects, like a character or something. It says, Mama V, why is Roland always bullying you? I can imagine him. Hang on.
This is so unfair.
See, that's it. I can imagine him at SHS, a great bully. Mohammed in Mbole is observing.
I'm very skinny. I'm wondering how I can bully.
Yeah. The Biheko guys can tell us more about how he was when he was in school. This one says, you're doing great work for Ghana. May God bless you and let your desires and aspirations come to fruition. Sylvester Frimpong in Kumasi, thank you so much. Nice wishes.
Right, that leads us to go for a break because Akwesi Dankwa, Benedict Owusu, will be here with a lot more sports. I'm sure he'll be giving us a lot more stories about the ongoing tennis championship in the UK, Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Wimbledon 2016, and we'll be having a lot more updates on that.
Yeah, there've been talks about
when is the Euro recommencing?
Nike,
the Euros, when is it recommencing?
Today. There's Portugal. I hope this fella is correct. There's Portugal and Poland. I think it's the semis. Is that it?
I'll just test.
No, it's not semis. Is it like quarterfinals? Aha, yeah. See? I'm going to short. But listen, my Wimbledon.
Your Wimbledon what?
Have you seen the ladies and what they are rocking?
Nice.
And you know that like Nike and Adidas and Co.
I listened to the result. I haven't been too keen on watching.
Okay, so this is like the other side, which perhaps Benedict will not talk about because it's not like the mainstream thing.
Which entices
but this is just
eye.
like some some gossip that's been going on with the Wimbledon if you're into tennis. The Nike has about 20 ladies in the tournament or so because they sponsor quite a number of them. People are talking about how the dresses they are wearing, it's so short, you know, and they are calling it like a nightie. But you should take a look at it. I mean, it's everywhere. But I find it really cute, and I particularly like what Serena is rocking this year in Wimbledon. I think it's
Kenny
really,
Japan
really
should
nice.
be in the stands watching.
Oh, please. Stay with us. Akwesi is up next with sports.